When you're in the right place at the right time for someone in crisis, it's often called a miracle. And 4 years ago, a young blood donor decided he wanted to step things up a bit and donate his organs anonymously. Not once, but twice. I talked to that rare double living organ donor and one of his transplant recipients about the amazing chain of events that led to a life-changing miracle.
Yeah, he's an angel. He's a real life angel.
In 2019, newlyweds Scott and Katie Freeman were on their honeymoon in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, when they met Tyler Rosen. They soon discovered several connections. They were both from Canada, and it just so happened one of Scott's coworkers was also Tyler's mentor for his upcoming liver donation.
That was our first mind-blowing, whoa, we were meant to meet.
Later, another surprise. Unbeknownst to them, Katie's parents and Tyler's mom had actually been friends for years.
We just thought, you're an amazing person. We want to keep in touch.
That same year, after returning from Mexico, Tyler successfully donated 70% of his liver to an anonymous recipient. 2 years later, it was the Freemans who would need help. After the premature birth of their daughter Palmer, Katie developed a rare, often fatal embolism. Multiple organs failed, and Katie's kidneys never recovered. She was put on dialysis and a wait list for a transplant. Doctors said it would take 2 to 3 years to find a match.
They said to my husband that we need to cast as big of a net as possible because of my multiple blood transfusions along with pregnancy. Both of those cause your antibody count to be quite high and difficult to find a match.
In hopes of speeding things up, Scott made a Facebook page about Katie's desperate need to find a matching donor. As soon as Tyler saw the page, he reached out.
I remember where I was in the NICU. You would take little half-an-hour breaks in the lunchroom, and I called him. He said, "You're never going to believe this, but I signed up 30 days ago to donate my kidney anonymously, and I'd like to try and make this from anonymous donation to a directed donation to Katie."
I said to Scott, we were meant to meet. For whatever reason this is going to work, I have such a gut feeling about it.
With Tyler already registered as a donor, his data was fast-tracked. After months of testing, amazing news. His kidney would be a perfect match.
All levels matched, no antibody rejections, so it was pretty miraculous.
Yeah, miraculous is probably the best way to put it. I remember feeling so relieved.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be the last time.
After 11 months on dialysis and pandemic-related scheduling delays, the surgery was finally set for July 2022.
I was scheduled to be on dialysis on my daughter's birthday. I drove them crazy. I said, I better be off of dialysis by my daughter's birthday. And I'm getting emotional, but I was off dialysis and recovered and able to enjoy my daughter's birthday, and Tyler was there to enjoy it with us. So it was quite special.
With his right kidney to Katie and his previous liver donation to an anonymous recipient, Tyler became a rare 2-time living organ donor. There are only an estimated 10 anonymous double living organ donors in Canada and about 50 in the U.S. He says the gifts far outweigh what he went through to make it happen.
And in the grand scheme of life, what is a month of discomfort? Right? For me, knowing that I'm able to directly extend somebody's chance of life or improve their life conditions, I think it's a gift that you can't compare to anything else.
Today, Katie and little Palmer are thriving, surrounded by loved ones. They just celebrated Palmer's 2nd birthday, and a time Katie says will always commemorate their collective triumph over trials.
I appreciate myself more. I appreciate life more. I appreciate strangers more. It's just, there's just a whole new appreciation of life.
It is just an amazing story and a show of gratitude because he really is like family. Scott and Katie have asked Tyler to be Palmer's godfather. And you guys, this is just like one of those amazing stories.
Yes.
And so many things that happened along the way that just, it showed it was meant to be.
It's incredible. And hearing from Tyler, it shows that, I think when you think about being a living donor, that you think that it's just a process that you just couldn't endure.
Right.
And he shows that really, it's manageable, it's doable, and it's worth it if you can do it.
Yes, definitely.
And just the way that everything just worked out, the way, it's just amazing. And this is a story that you've been working on so hard.
Right.
It was a story that touched you.
It did, and Tyler had been very private about it, and then recently decided to do a little bit more advocating about it. And
Yes.
so I asked him, would you be willing to share the story? And he was, and Katie and Scott graciously agreed to do the Zoom call as well. So it's just a wonderful thing to be able to share, to show people this is possible and miracles are still happening. And so Tyler's not done donating.
What?
I know. I'll have more on that tomorrow, plus an interview with a local transplant surgeon from the Advent Health Transplant Institute here in Orlando to talk about why it's easier than ever to be a living donor and get back to your normal life, as you can see, faster than you might think. So that's coming up tomorrow at 9.
Well, we are looking forward to that.
Yes.